Alright, Philly fans, it's Ray. I'm back after a long absence. I got some weird thing going on here, but it's been a while and I thought I'd make a video and kind of come up to speed. And I'm not going to talk about the Eagles and the whole strike thing right now because that'll be later, maybe closer to the draft. I'll come up and make an Eagles video, but right now it looks like they're not going to play this year, which is kind of disappointing because after the way last year ended, you were kind of hoping that depending on what they get, who they get in the all season, what they draft, uh, maybe they can contend a little more next year. But um, I wanted to talk about the Flyers and the kind of tailspin they're in right now. They did win last night. They beat the Penguins 5-2. They've already clinched the playoff spot. Now it just depends on where they finish, whether they finish first, second, or third, or even fourth. It's up in the air right now. But they did beat the Penguins. They got a little distance there. They got 4 point lead now on them, and a 3 point lead on the Capitals, who lost to the Hurricanes last night. So that's a good thing. And it seems to me like they're the kind of team that when their backs are to the wall, they play well. They played well last night, and it seems like the past month and a half, they've kind of settled and kind of, I guess, accepted the fact that they were the top seed in the East and the top seed in the Atlantic Division, and they kind of just they stopped playing, and they had listless periods. They had periods where it just seemed like nothing was going their way, where the ice was tilted the other way, and it's good to see them kind of get their feet back under them. And I think that when Pronger comes back, he's their unofficial leader. I mean, Mike Richards is the captain, but Chris Pronger definitely adds a different dimension to this team. He's that vocal leader in the locker room. He's a guy who's not afraid to get in your face. He's not afraid to mix things up in the locker room. And I think when he comes back, he'll help get them back into the mindset they should be in. It looks like Bob is going to be the playoff goaltender, which is a good thing because I think he's played well, and I think they both deserve to be a starting goaltender in the playoffs. I think Bush has been fine this year, and Bob's definitely been playing better. He didn't let in a soft goal last night, but he played great in the third period when he needed to. So that's going to come into play. Maybe some playoff experience will help him. Kimmo Timonen's going to play tomorrow. If he had a lower body injury, he didn't play in the third period, so hopefully it's nothing serious. They're saying it's not serious, but you know how sports teams are. They'll say something's not serious, and then all of a sudden, your second baseman's talking about, oh, I'll be back in time for the All-Star break, and your closer's saying, I'll be back right before the All-Star break. So teams don't always say what they should say, and just be honest with you. And I think Chemo's going to be fine. I mean, they're hockey players. They're a different breed than other athletes. So, all in all, I think the Flyers are heading in the right direction right now. They might play Buffalo in the first round, which kind of worries me because of Ryan Miller. And it seems to me like when they play a really good goaltender, they're kind of timid, I guess is the right word to say. But we'll see what happens. I mean, you never know. I mean, they might end up playing, New York or Atlanta in the first round, and maybe they'll have, success. They should have success. I mean, this is a team built for the playoffs. The experience last year really definitely is going to help them, and I'm mixed feelings. If you asked me in January where I thought this team would go, I definitely would have said the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, I'm not 100% sure. They may win a series, they may win two series, they may not win any series, but I think that there's definitely a sense of desperation in this hockey team, and I think there should be some desperation because they've had a chance now for a while to really put some distance between them and the Capitals and them and the Penguins, and they haven't been able to do it. And now you've got three teams right underneath you, and you've got, I think, 6 games left. Anything can happen. They've got a game in hand on the Capitals, and I think they have a game in hand on the Penguins too. And the Penguins aren't going to have Crosby. It was announced today that he's out for the rest of the regular season, so he's not going to be back for the playoffs. So realistically, you should clinch the division, you should clinch the conference, you should have home ice throughout the playoffs, except in the finals if you play Vancouver. But there's definitely just this feeling of worry in me. I don't know whether you feel the same way or not. Maybe you can let me know, but I think they do worry me just a little bit because I think that they're starting to really show desperation at the wrong times. But it's a long season. We'll see what happens. That's all I really wanted to talk about. We got the baseball season 2 days away. There may be a snow delay on Friday. And, we might not have that opening day that we're all waiting for. This is what happens when you have opening day in the first week of April. But hopefully we'll play some baseball. Hopefully we'll have some baseball videos this year. I've got a lot of schoolwork going on right now. I'm trying to really catch up, and I had some time to make a video, and I thought I would. So all in all, I'm excited about this year. I'm excited about the opportunity to maybe see a parade in June, and more than likely, hopefully, see a parade in October. But right now, we're worried about the Flyers. We're not really worried about the Eagles because there's nothing to really worry about at this point. They might not even play, and it's way too early to worry about the Phillies. But let's go Flyers. Let's keep this up. Let's keep that momentum that you had last night up, and let's win this division, win the conference, and let's go to the playoffs. Clean slate, 0-0. Don't worry about what happened in January and February. Focus on getting the job done. If you come out in April the way you came out in October, you should be fine. And we might see a parade in June. Who knows? Anything can happen with this team. I'm putting all my chips on the table with this team. So let's get it done.